Located about 20 minutes drive from Christchurch's central city and less than 2 kilometres from the coastline, you'll find this family-friendly suburb of Parklands. Kia ora, my name is Caleb Griffian. I'm a former Parklands boy myself. I grew up on Lamorna Road, went to one of the local primary schools, and I've also helped lots of families buy and sell properties here in Parklands, and I want to share with you some of the many reasons why people love living in this part of town. Back in the day, what we now know as Parklands, the land between Burwood Hospital and Waimari Beach Golf Course, used to be a brickworks from the 1930s, and it wasn't until the late 60s that residential development actually began. And Parklands since then has grown gradually over time. We've had the Forest Park subdivision from the early to mid 90s. Tamata Park started off from the early to mid 2000s, and then a bit later on, out to the west is Waitakere subdivision, which was developed from the mid to late 2000s. Parklands offers a diverse range of housing options, from your modest 2-bedroom flats to 3-bedroom standalone bungalows to expansive architectural homes. There really is something for everyone at every stage in life. To give you an idea of what you can achieve for your budget, your attached flats are generally selling in the 400,000s, your standalone bungalows from the high 5s to mid 6s, and then for your larger family homes, think 4-bed, 2-bath, 2 living areas, you're starting from 800k. As far as local conveniences are concerned, you're well served by the local Parklands shopping centre, which features a Fresh Choice, Subway, sushi bar, and the locals' favourite chippy, the Silver Dolphin. And right next door to the shopping centre, you have the local library and the cabinet at the Green Bear Cafe, and there is pretty damn tempting. It couldn't be. When I talk to the locals, what I consistently hear is that they love the lifestyle that Parklands provides. And to the north, you have Bottle Lake Forest with its array of mountain bike tracks. To the west, where I am currently, you have the Travis Wetlands, and look at that outlook to the Port Hills. It's flourishing with native flora and fauna. And to the east, you can perfect your swing at the local Waimari Beach Golf Course. So there's no denying that Parklands went through a lot during the 2010 and 2011 earthquakes, and there are some pockets of Parklands which are more susceptible to liquefaction and hence have a TC3 zoning. There are other parts, however, which have a TC2 zoning and are less vulnerable to liquefaction. But the key thing to remember is when you are buying a property in these parts is to be very clear on how a property has been repaired after the earthquakes and to make sure that you are completely satisfied as to a property's condition. Schooling-wise, Parkview is well taken care of with 2 primary schools which run from year 0 to 8. You have Parkview Pārua, which is where I attended in the late 90s, and you also have Queen's Park Primary over on Queen's Park Drive. As a general rule, zoning-wise, if you're located to the east of Inwards Road, you're in Parkview Zone. On the other side, you're zoned for Queen's Park. For secondary schooling, you have Avonside Girls and Shirley Boys nearby in North New Brighton, and if you are looking for a co-ed option, Maireho High School is only a 10-minute drive away. Tell me, Lisa, what do you love about living in Parklands?
We love that there's a handful of playgrounds we can play at, and we love adventures in the forest. And what do we love the most? Ice cream truck at the beach, Mr. Whoopi.
How good! So here with my old man, a bit of a local legend himself, Griff, sold real estate in Parklands for over 30 years. Tell me, how long have you lived in Parklands for? Or had you lived in Parklands for?
Well, bought and sold a number of properties, probably 25 years.
25 years, and what did you love about living here?
Well, on the east here, you don't get any smog, you always get beautiful fresh air, as we're enjoying right now.
So now I'm just chatting with a recent arrival to Parklands, Alex. So Alex, share with me what brought you to Parklands? How long have you been here for?
Well, we moved here only in November, so we've only been here a few months. Lived our whole lives on the other side of town and never thought we'd move out this way. But took a gamble on it, and now we are obsessed. Could not imagine moving back.
How good.
Yeah, it's great.
And what do you love most about living here?
I don't think there's many places in Christchurch where you can go 1 minute that way to a great forest, where you can bike, ride, walk, whatever, and then 2 minutes that way to the beach. But then it's also, because of the motorway, it's a really quick commute straight into town.
And of course there's the investment side here in Parklands. I mean, being a good all-round suburb, it's not hard to rent property. I remember the last one I rented, hardest decision to make was choose who. We've bought 1 or 2 rental properties locally, and While we didn't buy them for capital growth, it's certainly been a tidy bonus on the side.
Sophie, tell me what you love about living in Parklands.
I've lived here since '83, bought my first house in Inwards Road and never left.
And
I
never left.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sold on the location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the most authentic suburbs out.
Fantastic. And what are your favourite activities to do locally?
Walking through the forest,
Yeah.
using the forest track to the beach.
Amazing. What would you say to anybody who's considering a move into the location?
Move. Come.
Just do it.
Do it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You heard from the local. So if you're searching for a community that offers options when it comes to recreation, education and accommodation, well, be sure to delve deeper into what Parklands has to offer. And if you're considering a move into the area, well, you might even be a Parklands local looking to make that next step up or step down. Be sure to reach out. I'm more than happy to assist with your plans. My contact details are in the description. Be sure to like and follow for more content.